Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Well, Singy's trying to match the stellar performance by yesterday's starter. Looking forward to seeing what he's got today.
His teammate was lights out, Boog, in total command all game long. If he brings that same intensity again, these hitters are in for a long day.
We'll be back for the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, Brandon Pfaadt. What do we need to know here?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
In there at the knees, and that is strike two. Got him swinging, and now one away.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
John Birdie stands in now and watches strike one. And a swing and a miss there.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch misses, and the count 1-2. Nice warm day here, good baseball weather. Does that change anything, Chris, especially for the hitters?
Absolutely. You feel so much more comfortable at the plate. You're not worried about getting jammed on fastballs inside part of the plate. You can kind of be more selective instead of just looking out away so that you can get the barrel to it. And that part, you can get on the inside part of the plate as well.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
And Boog, hitters can be a little less aggressive on hard stuff in early in the season just because of how cold it is and not wanting to get a stinger. Now, you think, oh, it's just a jam, a shot, it's a broken bat, but sometimes guys...
Foul tip into the mix, struck him out. Bottom of the first, leading off, Corbin Carroll. Just missed. Shota will look to follow up an excellent performance last time out, tossing a shutout. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Pulls that one down, and there's one down. And now, Geraldo Perdomo, 3 for 11 in the series coming in. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Here's Ketel Marte, swinging the bat well in the series, 5 for 12 so far. Ground ball could be 2. The throw to second, and that's 2. Back here in the desert, all set for the start of the inning. Now, Seiya Suzuki. Up the middle, base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a man on base to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Suzuki aboard here at first with nobody out. To third. And it gets by him. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. Ian Happ up to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Pete Crow Armstrong batting with one down, takes a strike. A little bit low, and the count is 1-1. One out. Runners at first and second. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Throws down to first, but he wasn't going anywhere.
Really good hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. That one is gone. His first homer of the year, and they tack on 3. It's 4-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So the batting order turns over. Nico Horner digs in now. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. But 4 runs score in the inning. 3 coming right here on the 3-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Chase Field, here's the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Shota back to work. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Gurriel with 4 runs batted in his last game. Right side, Tucker gets under it, and there's one down. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. 4 for 12 in the series so far. Check swing. He went. That's strike 1. Suarez, a former All-Star, 33 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. One out, bases empty.
Ball 1.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Swanson makes the call and the grab. 2 down.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Gabriel Moreno stands in now, looks at that one inside. That one lifted to left. Half snags it, and that ends the inning. And we're back onto the 3rd inning. Here's the 3rd baseman, John Birdie. Bunt attempt popped up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or can be bunted right back at a position player.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
No, with the shift on, hits right into it. To first, and Tucker is retired. 2 outs, base is empty. Seiya Suzuki now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Outside.
Next pitch off the plate, and it's a ball and a strike. Swings and misses at the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs.
0-2 is the count.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs. Get deeper in the count. You try to climb the ladder.
Fly ball center field. Crow Armstrong makes the grab on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swings through that one for strike two.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Carroll at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one.
0-1.
That one hammered center field. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Ripped on a line. McCarthy makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Half batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. And that's a strike. Bases empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. And that one wrapped foul. Hit in the air, center field. McCarthy moving under this one. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Now a screamer into the outfield. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. 1 up, 1 down. Ketel Marte up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. That one almost got him.
2 strikes.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Crow Armstrong should have it. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
0-1
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
2 outs, base is empty. Ripped on a line to center. And that's the inning. Ready now for the 5th inning. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Crow Armstrong goes 5 feet 11 inches, 185 pounds, a former first-round pick in 2020. that one down the line, and that's just foul. And that's down and away.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Swanson digs in. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1.
That's a strike thanks to the sweeper. Just outside. And the count 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Gurriel handles the chance. Shota back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Diamondbacks, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
The wide to kick the pitch. That one fouled off.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Hit on the ground to short. In time to Bush, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Randall Grichuk now. He popped out his first time. On the ground, finds its way through, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Man at first, one away. Double play ball to second. Over to Swanson. He turns it over to first, but he beats it. Now at the plate, Jake McCarthy. First pitch swinging.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Out to short, Swanson. That ends the inning. He continues. On the ground to third, and foul ball. Fought off foul. Cut out and miss, struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Tucker into box again, takes a strike.
0-1.
And that one hit to first. And he takes it himself for the out. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
Hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
Hit on the ground to short, Perdomo. The throw to first, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now here is Josh Naylor. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, with 2 strikes, you want to stay back long enough for that breaking ball, but he handled a fastball slightly elevated. Good job by the hitter right there to spoil it away.
And ball 1.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
To the right side, Horner. Throws to first. One away, bottom of the 6th. This is Corbin Carroll. Ground ball up the middle. Horner on the run, throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Now it's going to be Geraldo Perdomo. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the 1st. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit. And Ketel Marte with a chance to make an impact with 2 away. Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 2 in this one. Gets him to chase after that one. Perdomo, the runner at first with 2 gone. Ball 1 there.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a different.
On to Horner, and that is the top of inning number 7. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. Fastball for a strike. Comes up empty.
0-2 is the count.
Bounce to the right side. Toss to Naylor, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. That one's in there. Strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Up the middle, loves it on the dive from his backside to first, and he beats it.
The effort from both players involved in this play just really stands out to me. I mean, you got the diving stop.
Rudder takes off, and first offering is fouled off. In there at the knees for a strike. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 left. Back here in the desert, bottom of the 7th. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. That one the other way. Makes the grab, 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Fires over to first. And a couple of quick outs. Randall Grichuk getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swing and a miss.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now.
And takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Happ makes the grab, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th. Dansby Swanson stands in. Back to the mound. He's got it. Throws to first in time, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Horner in the box now. No balls and a strike. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. On the ground, right side. Marte throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Birdie in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one to first. Naylor. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Shota back to work. He swings and fouls one off. Right back to him on the mound. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Next to hit for Arizona, Jake McCarthy. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Swanson fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Josh Naylor. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Slings to first, and Arizona is set. Back here at Chase Field, here's Kyle Tucker. Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. Hard ground ball, base knock. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for
Now
him.
batting.
Wasn't able to elevate.
Here comes the manager.
Now
The
pitching
pitcher
for
on
the
here,
Diamondbacks.
Ryan Nelson, getting
Number
ready to
19.
make his season debut.
Ryan
Makes the
Nelson.
catch, 1 down.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that pitch. Now, this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Tucker at second with 2 down. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Pitching for Chicago.
Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Porter Hodge. This is his 3rd time out this year. Base hit center field. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
0-1.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2
Next
strikes.
offering way off the plate.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
There goes the runner. Pitch is low. And safe. It's a stolen base. And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And it remains 2-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte. And that one hammered. Crow Armstrong ranges back. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Diamondbacks down to their final out. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Outside low, ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Cubs avoid the sweep. They take the finale of this 4-game series.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.